Hi, welcome to Starz Recapped. Today I'm going to explain the part 2 of a Russian science fiction drama TV series called Dva Holma, which was aired in the year 2023. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The series begins with Lisa and Jera running away after being spotted by two men, carrying a crossbow and firing arrows at them. They try to escape but fail when Lisa stumbles up a broken tree and injures her leg. Sadly, the two get captured by the men and are brought back to Baron's slums. Following this, Baron tries to come closer to Lisa but is stopped by Jera. At the same time, other men sitting there urge that they too must get a chance to be with Lisa as Baron is not in charge now and it is a democratic place. Rat intervenes and tells everyone that those interested must get into a slap competition and decide their fate, to which everyone agrees. Meanwhile, the councilwoman, Vivian, holds a meeting and announces that since Anya kept a primate hidden inside her house, she is sentenced to a punishment called Zero for 10 days and 9 nights. On the other hand, Lisa's mom, Polina, the cultural advisor of Two Hills, also gets punished for hitting an officer of the law and is released from her position. Later at night, Lisa sits with the slum people for dinner and asks Julius why he does not like returning to the colony. Julius replies that he hates going back to the colony because he is enjoying his time in the slums as he is allowed to experience freedom. Right then, one of the slum members states that considering Julius's inability to slap, they will fight for Lisa over a card game. Hearing this, Lisa gets enraged and mentions that she should be the one deciding about who she wants to be together with and that they have no right to oppress her. In the next scene, Jera offers to give Lisa a tour of a new apartment but to his dismay, she refuses to live there. She rather demands to return to the Two Hills. Jera's grandpa tells her that they have no shipment until 2 weeks. Hearing this, Lisa reluctantly asks for a separate room in which no one will disturb her and let her spend the 2 weeks in silence. Meanwhile, Baron contacts Vivian but lies to her, telling her that he has not been able to contact her fugitives. Sometime later, Jera approaches Julius and requests him to visit Lisa and tell her some good things about the slums and he agrees. Soon, Julius arrives at Lisa's new home and starts telling her that she should consider staying there. However, she tells him that they do not have any privileges in the slums that they have in Two Hills. Hearing this, Julius immediately changes his mind and suggests they run away after everyone sleeps at night. He further mentions that after reaching Two Hills, he will demand the women to forgive Lisa. Outside, Rat asks everyone to gather around and lures them to vote for a new constitution of the slums without reading it aloud to them. Secretly, the constitution includes that the power of slums will be transferred to Baron after 2 weeks. Unknowingly, everyone votes in its favor. Later at night, Julius visits Lisa and offers her a drink, while waiting for others to fall asleep. Suddenly, when she starts feeling dizzy, he tries to force her to have intercourse with him. Lisa opposes his request and runs away after kicking him hard in his balls. Soon, Jera arrives at the room and finds Julius lying on the ground, crying. After searching for Lisa for some time, Jera finally finds her sitting beside the fire. He approaches her and assures her that he is not trying to be intimate with her unless she wants to. Next, Jera offers her chicken legs prepared by his grandpa, and surprisingly, she likes it a lot. To his good luck, Lisa agrees to have intercourse with him if it gives more pleasure than eating the chicken legs. Jera affirms the condition and mentions that they should start by kissing each other. Unfortunately, while they attempt to do so, Polina arrives there with 2 other security women and asks them to comply with her. The scene then shifts to Jera and Lisa, sitting inside a traveling machine alongside Polina and others, discussing how they need to present themselves in front of Vivian. Right then, one of the security women shoots Jera with a tranquilizer gun, putting him into a deep sleep. After arriving at Two Hills, Polina visits Vivian and requests her to forgive her daughter and not keep her in Zero. At first, Vivian refuses, but when Polina assures her that she will bring the accused primate to the town and let her punish him in front of the people, Polina agrees, thinking that it will aid her in the upcoming election. Later, all the women gather around their meeting place, and the councilwoman announces her decision that they will execute Jera for what he did. In the next scene, Jera can be seen tied to a chair and being injected with a special kind of syringe. He is then asked for his last wish before being executed. Jera replies that his last wish is to say goodbye to Lisa. Hearing this, Lisa rushes to him and kisses him passionately. However, this only turns out to be his vision, while he is inside a confinement room, with advanced equipment monitoring his thoughts and fantasies. On the other hand, Lisa's cunning evil friend, Tanya, arrives to see Lisa and shows her Jera's vision, making her surprised. She then visits the other seed keepers and instigates them to help her get Jera out of the confinement region and save him from being executed. The guys immediately agree to help. Later, Lisa along with other seed keepers arrive at their central place, asking for Jera's freedom. Right then, it's time for Jera's second dose of injection for execution. He receives the injection, and as soon as he does so, Jera starts getting some new visions of a modern world where there is zero waste. He is then transformed into a plastic bag and thrown outside to fly on his own. Seeing this cruelty, the seed keepers realize how loyal and helpful Jera was to them and demand his safety and freedom. They even get into a state of boycotting the production of seed, until their friend Jera is freed. Vivian arrives there and tries to prove to them that Jera is a bad primate and is no good for their civilized town, but to no avail. Defeated, she then questions everyone who will take responsibility for Jera if he does something wrong. Lisa advances forward and mentions that she is ready to take responsibility. She also swears on an apple to certify her statement. Supporting her daughter's decision, Polina also does the same. Following this, Lisa visits the execution chamber and escorts Jera out of it. She then brings him to a guest house, where Jera tries to kiss her and get intimate. Lisa, however, walks away, telling him that she is in no mood to be involved in all this at the moment. In the next scene, Jera remembers Lisa returning to him after the rejection and kissing him passionately. He also kisses her back and the two end up having good intercourse. Immediately after being intimate, Lisa goes to the bathroom, holding a device to pleasure herself. Worried, Jera follows her and apologizes for not being able to satisfy her. Just then, Jera wakes up from his sleep and once again, everything is revealed to be his dream. He then freshens up and gets fascinated by the advanced technologies inside his room. Later, Lisa along with her mother, visit Jera and inform him about how much they are struggling after bringing him to the town. They also inform him that they have managed to ask for a total of 300 social points for him and that the points will be deducted every time he breaks the rules. Furthermore, Lisa tells him that if his points are reduced to 0, both of them will also be punished. However, Jera takes it lightly and gets 13 points deducted after not finishing his ordered breakfast and for using foul words. After this, Lisa takes Jera for a walk around the town where they meet Tanya. The latter proposes to play volleyball. At first, Lisa refuses, but when Tanya keeps on insisting, she agrees. But soon, the match turns fierce and physical, prompting Vivian to arrive there and check on the situation. The girls simply lie to her that everything is fine. On the other hand, Polina decides to participate in the upcoming election for the position of Mother City and starts persuading the people to support her. Firstly, she visits the Seed Keepers group and lures them with gifts and a promise to make mating public after she comes to power. Elsewhere, the primates face power cuts and they visit Julius in search of a potential solution. He contemplates for a while and storms outside, following a bee. Later, when he arrives at a beehive, he tells the primates that they can exchange honey with electricity. With great struggle, Julius manages to collect some honey and fills it in a jar. He then takes the jar to meet Vivian. But surprisingly, instead of asking for electricity in return, he asks her to take him back to Two Hills. The next day, Vivian discusses with her assistant, Claudia, about Polina receiving over 5% of the Vivian LL support of Two Hills. Vivian seems worried about her increasing popularity, so she devises plans to bring her down. On the other hand, to make her chances secure for election, Polina brings Jera in front of other girls and praises him for his generosity. She mentions that Jera agreed to volunteer and help a dead bird's eggs hatch. At the same time, Jera receives a call, informing him to turn on the screen and look for the news. And as soon as he does so, he sees Julius complaining about the ways primates live. He also blames Jera for forcefully taking him to the forest. Shocked, Jera tries to defend himself but fails. As a result, everyone walks away from the place, leaving him alone and upset. In the following scene, Julius is warmly welcomed back to the city after he vows to take care of the town till he is healthy. Hearing this, everyone praises his honesty while Vivian orders Lisa to serve Julius and help him get back to his original strength. Afterwards, while Lisa is massaging Julius, he reveals that everything he said previously in the gathering was fake and that he did all this under the command of Vivian. Hearing this, Lisa assures Julius that her mother can help him if he maintains his honesty. Although reluctant at first, he eventually agrees. Soon, Lisa walks out of the massage room and in no time Jera arrives there. He accuses Julius of lying to the people of Two Hills about primates and the way they treated him. However, as soon as starts yelling, his social points start to decrease, compelling him to stop. And as soon as Julius leaves, he grabs an apple and destroys it in anger. Later, when Jera returns to his apartment, along with Lisa and Polina, he is surprised to see Vivian, Claudia, and others waiting for him to arrive there. They accuse Jera for destroying an apple as it is an insult to their society and is considered as blasphemy. The councilwoman then reduces 100 social points from his wallet. Following this, Jera is accused of visual harassment, sexism and many more, resulting in reducing some additional points and nullifying it to a 0. Surprisingly, while everyone prepares for Jera's execution, he receives a point from an unknown source, saving his life. Seeing this, all girls in Two Hills start to donate him points and support Jera for his volunteering act to hatch a bird's eggs. After this, Vivian and other women are compelled to leave Jera and walk out of his house. In the next scene, Jera wears some colorful clothes and walks up to Lisa. He tries to woo her and also donate her a point for her beauty. But instead of being happy, Lisa yells at him and blames him for always getting her into trouble. She angrily asks him to keep some distance between them and storms out. Later, Jera leaves the house with a letter at the entrance. After a while, he reaches the end of Two Hills and observes a security woman guarding its boundary. Jera waits till the hugging time, cleverly steals a device to disable the boundary barrier and walks out of Two Hills using it. The security woman notices him doing so and immediately blows a high-pitched whistle, disturbing Jera. Unfortunately, when he continues to walk away, he gets hit by an incoming vehicle. On the other hand, Lisa arrives at his house and finds the letter where he has apologized to her for causing troubles and mentioned that he is leaving. The episode ends with Vivian and Claudia discussing their chances in the upcoming election and ordering Baron to bring his primates to attack Two Hills. That's my explanation for the TV series, Dva Holma. So, what do you guys think about the movie? Write in the comment, turn on the notification and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.